Not satisfied with car spotting in my own neck of the woods, I get on a plane. And I go to a car show I'd never been to before. There were plenty of cool cars, and this is the story of just one. G'day everyone, this is Daniel O'Grady and happy birthday to me. And today is the first video from last year's Showa Retro Car Expo. It was held in Osaka. It was my first time to the event and I was confronted with some fairly anti-social car show behavior. I'm going to drop that on you at the end of the video. Let me know what you think. Now let's check out this amazing Lancer. So this car was born in 1974 as a Mitsubishi Lancer 1600 GSR, and it grew up to be a replica of the 1976 entrant to the Southern Cross Rally. And amazingly, this was not the only Southern Cross Rally replica at this event. There was also this one here, and you can bet there's going to be a video of that. Additionally, do you recall the opening moments of this very video, that Nissan Violet? That's got the livery from a Southern Cross Rally entrant as well. So that's all cool and stuff, but check out this photo of a Volvo in action from the Southern Cross Rally. Amazingly, I saw that very car at a service station in northern New South Wales many years ago. Have a listen to the owner.
Running the Southern Cross Rally in 1970.
And my response?
Really?
Yeah, I never was big on research. The joy of car spotting starts and ends with spotting the car. But of course, it's only fair that I offer some information to provide some context for the cars that I'm spotting, and so I've done a little bit of research. Other than that, head to Wikipedia or talk to the owner like I did. And what I found out is that he has gone to a lot of trouble making this car look like a replica far beyond the stripes, which I heard they say in Japanese is called cutting. That was interesting to me. Also interesting is that this car does have FRP bonnet and boot lid. That impressed me. And of course the spotlights up front, we've got SEV Marshall. I think in a shoot for Nostalgic Hero magazine it had CB. Is that the pronunciation? It had a big set of those, and I think the original one back in 1976 did too. I suspect he's got two sets. Just a theory. You know, he keeps the prized CBs hidden away. You know how I almost never do shoutouts? Well, I'm going to break that rule just for a second. There's a podcast, Auto Off Topic Podcast. It's such a tight fit to this. Brad and Andrew, they get on the tools, they talk about old cars just like this. And Brad himself has a 1978 Dodge Colt. Is that it? There are so many names for these. Anyway, if you like what you're looking at or replacing parts, the same parts over and over again, do give Auto Off Topic a listen. Remember me saying at the top of the video something about antisocial behavior? Well, it just happened. I'll tell you a little bit later. Sorry for dragging it out. Anyway, I've got some stats about this particular engine. Now, the model 1600 GSR, and that was added to the Lancer lineup in September 1973. Again, this car is a 74 model, 1.6 litre, single overhead cam, Saturn engine. The code for that is 4G32. The compression ratio on these were 9.5 to 1. You got your twin Stromberg carburettors. Max output was 110 metric horsepower at 6,700 RPMs. Top speed was 175 kilometers per hour. Okay, so enough with the sizzle. I'm about to drop on you the incident, but just let me set the scene. I had done my first round of this car show. I'd taken lots of photos and footage of the cars. It was very late in the day, and I saw who I suspected was the owner of the car sitting there on his little deck chair. I said, "Excuse me, is that your car? Can I ask you some questions?" And I asked if I could see the engine. Now, he used the word dummy, which is actually a reprimand of you can't do that. And the reason I sort of insisted was, you know, I was in Osaka for like 5 minutes. I'm never going to be here again. It's now or never. I have to do it, and I have to insist. I cannot take no for an answer. Now, a couple of cultural notes, and I think that incident, as I've set it up, would be a bit of a surprise to people of a Western audience. It's a car show. He's showing his car. Someone wants to learn about his car, see his car. Like, of course, sure, have a look at my car. But here in Japan, it really is a different scenario. Here, it's a social gathering to see old friends. And I'm sure he'd be more than willing to show his friends his car inside and out, there's no issue there. But it comes down to social groups, who knows who doesn't know who's a stranger. So there really are a lot of cultural aspects to this. So it's not as simple as me getting scolded. And I should point out there could still be other cultural aspects to this that I just haven't considered, that I just don't have any knowledge of. In any case, as a Westerner in that situation, I felt that is a bit rough. But at the same time, I could be a bit philosophical about it because I've been here for a few years and I thought, okay, there's some things there, so I have to respect that. So it's a bit of yin and yang. I just keep running out of music and that won't do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next Saturday night with another video. I'll see you then. Love yous all. Goodbye.